$57,780 is the national average for a 2-year master's degree in the United States. This article in Fortune magazine is asking, is it worth it to pursue a master's here in the US? Well, I will tell you, as somebody that got a master's, it was worth it to me, but only for a specific reason. The reason for me that a master's was worth it is because my undergrad was useless. I got an undergrad in psychology, and you really have to have a master's plus a certification or a doctorate to make any money with a psychology degree. So I wisely rerouted and went and got an MBA so that I could actually make some real money at work. However, if you're looking at this for everybody else, the question that you have to be able to answer yourself when you're saying, is this $29,000 a year, 2-year degree worth it to me, is how is that $57,000 going to make you more money? Now, if you're interested in a topic, if you are going to go into a different career field, whatever it is, if you cannot answer the question, this $57,000 is going to make me at least X number of more dollars a year, and it's going to be worth it to me, you should not pursue a master's. Now, if you're from a wealthy family, if you have the GI Bill, if somebody's going to be paying for this thing and money is not a concern, and you just want to be more educated, go for it, rock on. But for most people, especially most people at the top of companies in America, most CEOs don't even have a master's degree. Most get a 4-year degree and then immediately go off and start working. So you'll see in a lot of hiring managers, a lot of recruiters, a lot of HR managers, people that see things like double master's degrees, a lot of these managers will actually avoid these people because they think of them as lifetime education people instead of people that have gone out and gotten real results. Now, that's not always going to be the case. More education is always better for people, but also it has to be balanced with practical experience for companies to be able to value it. So when you're getting a master's degree, you have to be able to answer that question. This is going to be worth it to me to make this much more money a year. That justifies having the master's. There's also a downside publicly to having a master's degree that you have to consider. And that is, if the types of jobs that you are going to be applying for do not require a master's degree, most employers looking at your resume will not want to pay for it. They might go with a candidate that has more experience and less education because they think they'll be able to get that candidate at a better price than somebody with an extra degree that they don't need and want to pay for. So if you're saying when you hear this, well, Matt, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't your employer want you to have as much education as possible? It's because when you're sitting on my side of the table, when you're sitting on a hiring manager's side of the table, you might be thinking, oh, this person has an MBA. This person has a master's degree in this. We don't need a master's degree for this role. And you're going to be thinking that this person is going to want more money for this role, and you're going to be thinking, well, they have a master's. They don't want to just be a territory manager. They have a master's. They don't want to just be a marketing manager or a sales manager. So what you can do is you can oversell that education part, and then for most people, companies aren't going to want to pay for it. So again, weigh how much money you're really going to be able to make if you get a master's degree, and then weigh if this degree is going to overqualify you in the eyes of people that you're looking at, that you're going to be applying to those jobs. And I totally get, by the way, the thinking that that doesn't make sense when you go, you know what, why wouldn't a company want to have the most educated person they can? They don't care about your education, they care about your practical experience. And if you can have some education to show that you can complete something hard, that's a great bonus. But when it comes to a master's degree, make sure you, before you sign up for these programs, that you know exactly how much money you're going to be able to make as to get a result that you want for that degree. Otherwise, it doesn't justify $57,000 of new student debt on top of what you already have. Disagree with me? Let me know.